Everybody, welcome to week 2. I hope everything's going well for you. I, for one, need a haircut. That's the one thing I think about with all of this lockdown stuff is, I don't know if my hair's been this long since I was probably in college or something like that, and that was a while ago. But I hope you're doing well. We're doing well here, and I hope you're keeping busy. We're doing our best to keep you guys busy with all of this work. This is the first full week, so this is where things kind of kick into high gear, even though it's really not that bad. I think you're going to be okay. But this is where we really start kind of getting into the meat and potatoes of the class. It was really good to get to know you all last week, and I was glad to see a lot of the images and pictures that people shared, and so I hope that we can continue to build on that as far as building an online community. I'm very intentional about that, trying to build an online community. I think that's what's going to help you as you progress through not only this class, but all of your classes, is this feeling that you are welcomed into some sort of group online. Often online, you're not really feeling like you're a part of something, right? You log into something and your friends are virtual or they're over there or something. And we want to try to do our best to kind of foster a welcoming environment in which you feel comfortable to speak your minds and you feel comfortable to ask questions and to reach out to not only me, but maybe your classmates as well. So the idea of online community is very important to me. And I think we took a very good first step in that first week. So let's build on that, folks, going forward. So week 2, what are we talking about? Well, primarily, we're going to be focusing on the subject of hardware and software. So go through the lecture and go through it very carefully and see what it has to say. There's a lot of really good information in it. Now, what's really the difference between hardware and software? Well, the best way to look at it is this. Hardware is all the tangible stuff, right? I've got my laptop right here. I'm looking into a camera right there. I've got my handy-dandy mouse. In fact, I even have my smartphone, and everything there, is hardware. In fact, I've got my charger. That's hardware as well. It's tangible stuff. Okay, everything within your computer, everything on your computer, everything computer related is considered hardware when it's something that's tangible, something you can hold, something you can manipulate, something you can press buttons on, or things like that. Okay, that's what hardware is. Software is programming that runs on the hardware or tells the hardware what to do. That's probably a better way of putting it. So we focus on certain kinds of software in this course, primarily software related to Microsoft Office. So that's going to be Outlook, it's going to be Word, it's going to be Excel, it's going to be PowerPoint. Now there's a lot more that can come along with Microsoft Office. You can access OneNote, there's something called SharePoint, Skype for Business. I think, I don't know if that's technically under that umbrella, but that is something that's considered software. So these are things that run on hardware, but they're things that also kind of manipulate or make the hardware work in a certain way. So that's the difference. Hardware is tangible. The software isn't. The software, though, is requiring the hardware in order to do what it needs to do. So think of all the apps on your phone. Think of all the programs on your computer. That's software. All of that is software. So that's the key distinction that we want to draw. Now, a couple other things that are covered this week. One big one is OneDrive. Now, OneDrive is a kind of software. Is offered by Microsoft Office, and this is Microsoft's cloud storage. Okay, you've probably heard that term before, and that's a term that we're going to revisit. Cloud technology. Cloud storage is essentially storage that's being done on the internet and not on your own hard drive. Now, it wasn't that long ago that anything you wanted to save on your computer, whether it was papers for a class or photos from your, last Christmas or something like that, you had to store on your computer's hard drive. Now, there was a problem with that, right? If your hard drive crashed, boom, all gone. So people would buy, external hard drives. I've got one right here, and those are all very good things. But cloud storage is something where you're actually storing information on the internet. Now, technically, it's not really out there in the ether, and we'll talk more about the makeup of the internet in a few weeks. You're actually storing things on other companies' servers. So Microsoft essentially is lending you its servers and its huge amounts of storage capacity for you to store their information with them. That's really how cloud technology works. So OneDrive is cloud storage. This is what you have access to. Now, Amazon has, offers cloud storage to Prime members. You can get cloud storage through all sorts of different things. I'm trying to think. Even think of Netflix. Your Netflix queue. That's stored in the cloud. Okay. When you buy anything from iTunes, that's stored in Apple's cloud, on Apple servers. You don't store those on your laptop anymore on the hard drive. So that's OneDrive, and that's what cloud storage is. You're going to do a short reflection on OneDrive and the importance of cloud storage and file organization, things like that. You're going to do a short test or a quiz on the differences between hardware and software. And so those are going to be the kind of the key assignments you're going to be doing this week. There is going to be a discussion board, and let me tell you, it's a really interesting one. It's all about social media, and so you're going to get a lot out of that. Hopefully, I'm going to have my own thread in the discussion board this week with another introductory video. So make sure you watch that video when you get into the discussion board. So first full week of classes. Looking forward to seeing what you all bring to the table. Thanks, folks.